back, guys. My name is Jono. I run an AI automation agency and also offer the platform for other agencies to sell to their clients as a new service offering. AI assistants are a booming market right now, and there's so much opportunity that you can provide to your clientele. Today, I want to jump into a key feature that I think will be very beneficial to most agencies out there. We're giving voice assistants context injection pre-call to a customer based on their last call. We've got history, call counter, and also we're showing the price of how much it costs to actually book this client. So I want to jump into the automation first and give you a basic rundown on how this is all working. Shout out to Jordan for actually building this. It is a ridiculously robust system that is going to change the whole aspect when it comes to outbound calling to clients. From the first point, let's say you have a funnel and you're running Facebook ads to it, and through that funnel, you can drip feed your clients straight into an automation here. So once they're added into this first automation, it's going to drip feed 15 calls per minute. This is the most robust option for us to go down, and it's also working with GoHighLevel's rules and not overloading the system. So every minute, we're going to be calling 15 of those prospects, trying to land a booking for someone to then go on and do a sales call for this instance. In 1 hour, we're doing 900 calls, and you have 900 potential opportunities to land a booking with these prospects. After they enter the campaign, we've got the call workflow. So this is just a very straightforward workflow. It calls the contact and its goal is to land a booking. We've got AI make a call. From this point on, it's going to call the contact. We're using custom variables and showing the capability of what these can do with the assistants. So to begin with, it's bringing forth the last interaction summary. So let's say you called this contact and they didn't answer. The assistant is going to have a summary of that last call, which for this instance will say contact did not answer. It's then going to pull in the second custom variable, and this variable is just pulling forth any history that we have with that contact. Let's say this client is a customer of ours before, and let's say we're a beauty clinic. We already know from the history context that this customer likes specific things in their bookings, and we can now tailor our outreach via the phone call to try and get this person in for another booking. We then have some error handling in place. Say that the call doesn't go through and there's an error. For some odd reason, the contact can't be reached. It's then going to send an internal notification letting us know that this call did not go through for whatever reason. From here, we're also updating the last call ID. So that way in the custom fields, we can see when the last call was with this person and also track down if we need to see more fine-tuned details through Twilio. We also have the call counter. We can keep tally of how many times we're calling contacts. So after the call has been made, it's then going to activate the voice brief tag. This is going to input some data straight into the contact's messaging field. After this, we have call data. This is where it's really showing how powerful the assistants are and what build assistants can do. If you've looked at any other platform, especially voice, it's hard to have constant ongoing call history and personalized conversations with assistants when they reach out, having a full knowledge of what this person's already interested in or what the last conversation was about. But using GoHighLevel and build assistants, we're building ridiculously robust systems that take no code. Yes, it's using a little bit of, let's say, advanced automation. Let's be real, any sort of workflows inside of GoHighLevel are nothing in comparison to building a bespoke automation through, let's say, Zapier or Make, because those platforms can get very confusing, whereas everything is in-house here and it's simple to understand. So as you can see, we've got the post-call webhook. So every time after a call is made, we're going to push the data straight through that webhook, which activates all of this. We're finding the contact by their ID. We're then using ChatGPT to summarize the call. We're then going through and we're calculating the call time, minutes, and down to the second, which it then updates the last call fields, putting all this data into the contact so we can go back and see. We can then activate a call follow-up. Let's say the customer did not answer and did not book an appointment. We can put them back through another workflow to then go back and call the customer again, whether we want it to be in, say, a day, 3 days, a week, whatever you want, and as many times as you want. We're then going through and we're calculating the cost per appointment. So if the tag is added that the voice assistant did book the appointment, it's then going to do this calculation, add it into the custom field, which we can then see under the contact. We then have the call follow-up workflow. We want a follow-up tag to be added, and every time the follow-up tag's added, it throws them back into the drip campaign to call them at a later date. There's a lot of ways we can go about this, but having like a forever follow-up will push your chances of booking an appointment with the contact through the roof. After this, we have the reset tags workflow. So in here, you can see, so let's say we reached voicemail, they didn't answer, we've had an error that's occurred. We can then reset the tags and then push them back through the whole workflow again. You can see under my contact here, if we scroll down, we can see we've had 3 calls pushed out to my number. It's also got the call brief, which is pushing through in the text here. It's got the last call ID. It's got the call transcript. So we can see everything here from the last conversation in a transcript. Last call summary. So it's summarizing the conversation here and pushing it through. It believes that we have an appointment on the 13th. It's the 14th now, so this one's already gone over. And then we've got the last call URL. And then if we scroll down here, we've got the call history summaries. So this summary is based on every single call that the person has had with us. If you understand large language models in general, the data they are trained on isn't the original form in which it came. Let's say you had all this context, which was 100 pages long. The goal of an LLM, and when we train them, is to essentially compress this down to 1% of its original form. And in doing that, we lose a lot of information. This is technically called lossy compression. If you've used photo compression, you'll notice that when you use lossless, its goal is to retain all the information in the image, versus lossy, it's going to dictate on things that it can essentially draw back on and remove to bring the file size down as much as possible. And that's exactly what we do with large language models when we're training them with data. To give you a better understanding on this, OpenAI, and when they say like, we're trained on the entire web's data, they've taken all the data they can from the web, they've compressed it down into 1/100th of its original form. And that's why we'll find that models like ChatGPT, Claude, and all these other platforms, they suffer from hallucinations. And this is why if you look at the bottom of ChatGPT, when you're typing out a message, it says, always confirm the accuracy of the output of the model, because they cannot guarantee 100% accuracy with the outputs. So we also have the accumulated call time here in seconds, and then it's also converted to minutes down below. If you look up above this, you'll notice that the cost per booked call is 0. I've made 3 calls and it still hasn't cost me $1. I've booked 2 appointments, so that's like 7.5, 8 minutes in total call time, yet we haven't spent $1. Compare that to an actual human, they can't spend their whole time on the phone because they got to talk and book at the same time. That drags out to 5 to 7 minutes per call. Eventually, they've spent an hour. In comparison to AI voice assistants calling, you're saving ridiculous amounts of money using them to do your booking and qualifying processes. All right, I'm going to go into here and we're going to add in the make AI call tag. This will give me a call here and we can have a little play and see the output and how this goes.
Jonathan, this is Becky from Morphic AI. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you, Becky. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Jonathan. I just wanted to follow up and see how things are going with your upcoming AI integration consultation scheduled for February 13th at 8 a.m. Did everything go smoothly, or is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, Becky, I accidentally missed the appointment.
No worries, Jonathan. These things happen. Would you like me to help you reschedule the consultation so we can get you back on track?
Yeah, is there any chance we can schedule it for this coming week? Maybe the 17th of February, if that works? I think that's Monday.
Let me check the availability for February 17th for you. It looks like February 17th has several available slots. How does 8 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. sound to you? If those don't work, I can check other times for you.
That's a bit early for me. Do you have any on Tuesday next week?
Let me check the availability for Tuesday, February 18th for you. Tuesday, February 18th, I have times like 10 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. available. Would either of those work for you?
11:30 a.m. would be perfect. Thanks, Becky.
Great. Let me lock in 11:30 a.m. on February 18th for you. One moment. Your appointment has been successfully booked for February 18th at 11:30 a.m. If there's anything else you need, feel free to let me know. Have a great day, Jonathan.
Thanks, Becky. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome, Jonathan. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. All right, so that just shows you the actual process of this. We had an appointment booked for yesterday. Becky called back saying, hey, how'd the appointment go? Is there anything you'd want to talk about with this? And I've just said, hey, I actually missed this appointment. And without telling Becky to reschedule, she's gone, do you want us to reschedule this appointment and get you in at, say, next week or whatever? You've seen it here live. Come through and book the appointment. In the prompt, we did not put any booking tasks. So Becky's working autonomously, doing this without needing any prompt to tell her what to do. Using our automation that we went through at the beginning, let's push through the brief from the call. The cost for the appointment, we still haven't hit the $1 mark. That's 4 calls and just about 7 minutes on the phone, and we have not spent $1. You heard how well Becky sound on the phone. Like, she's a bit slow with the responses. We could tweak this with the temperature and how well we want her to interrupt conversation. Just from that, you've seen the capabilities. I'm going to refresh this now and you can see the call counter go up. So I'll just click this, give this a second to reload, and bam, there you go. So AI call counter, we've got 4 calls. We've got the last transcript here. We can then see here in the last call summary, the user Jonathan missed his scheduled AI integration consultation appointment and requested to reschedule it. The agent Becky successfully booked the new appointment for February 18th. And then down here in the call history summaries, we can now see they initially set the consultation for February 13th, but Jonathan missed the appointment. After rescheduling, the new appointment was set for February 18th. So we now can see that we have a history of context here, which every single time our assistant reaches out, it's going to inject this and give it pure context on what's going on. Our assistant isn't walking in blindly. It's now saying, hey, Jonathan, how'd your appointment go, based on the history that we've injected through custom fields. For agencies that are doing massive numbers, this is a ridiculous game changer. And if you aren't implementing this already, you're missing out. So that's it. You've seen the capabilities of AI assistants using Build Assistants and GoHighLevel directly. There's nothing in comparison to this on the market right now. For you to make the most out of this opportunity, click the link in the description and book a call with me today. I'd love to learn about your business, how we can help you onboard solutions like this that streamline your whole operations and create real change within your business while helping you take a step back from the day-to-day tasks. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.